Hi YouTube, it's Celeste again. I just got finished making a really long video on the types of equipment and supplies you need to make your mineral makeup. It's probably going to maybe a two-parter or a three-parter, so stay tuned. Bye! Hi, I'm back. So now I want to talk about the equipment that you would use to make your mineral makeup. So I'm going to just kind of start off with kind of like basically I'll start off with one of the oldest things you can use, or probably the most well known, what you'll probably see a lot online, they'll reference, and in books as well, is a mortar and a pestle. So basically, I believe the mortar is like kind of that sits sort of on a pedestal, and it's type of like a bowl type thing on a pedestal. I think it's made out of like stone, or quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it looks like. And it comes with this little thing that you mash. So basically, you would be mashing your minerals together in old school fashion. I don't have one to show you. I don't use that to make my mineral makeup. I don't really think it's the most efficient way to make mineral makeup, but like I said, if you want to go all the way out old school, and by all means go for it. But I don't use that. The reason why I don't use it is I don't believe that it's a really good way of blending your fillers together, and especially pigments and fillers. So if you're using an iron oxide, or you're putting the iron oxide with the filler, you really need to blend that really well. If you don't, it's going to be really streaky, and it's just not good. If you do blend it to the point of it's not streaky, and your arm's probably going to fall off, I don't know, but it's sure it's a really long, arduous process. Another reason is it can mask if you're using it with micas, and you're using like a really sparkly mica or really metallic mica. It can kind of crush the mica and basically destroy the luster or the integrity of it. So it doesn't work that well with that either. So let's get on to the things that I do recommend using. The first thing, and I don't have it, is a coffee grinder. So if you're just starting out, I completely recommend a coffee grinder, because you can get them for really cheap. You can get one for like $10. So definitely get a coffee grinder if you're just starting and you don't want to spend a lot of money. Coffee grinder works great. I personally had to throw mine away, and I can give you a little background why. My coffee grinder kind of had the blade, and then it goes up and has a little lip on it. And what happened was when I would grind my minerals in there, basically the minerals would get trapped, go down the lip and into the motor. And it didn't hurt my motor, but what would happen is that minerals, or pigments or whatnot, would come back up and contaminate whatever I was making at the time. So if I was making something that had a different pigment could come up and contaminate and wreck what I was trying to make. And I didn't like that. But I'm sure you can find coffee grinders that don't have that, and they do work. It's not my favorite choice. I mean, it's a good starting place. The reason it's not is it is a bit messy. You have to take off the lid, and all this powder like kind of smokes up around it, but it does work. I mean, it's better than using the mortar and pestle. So the next thing, one thing I want to note. Don't use the coffee grinder in your kitchen. Okay, you might say, sweet, I have like the coffee grinder right there, why do I need to spend $15 right there, easy? No, don't do that. For one, that you want to keep your makeup sanitary. You want to use everything you use, from the spoons, anything you want to use, you want it just for that use only. Okay, you don't take things out of your kitchen and use them. It's not sanitary. Besides the point, like I said, with my coffee grinder, with the mineral makeup getting into the motor and coming back up, you don't want to be drinking mineral makeup coffee. That wouldn't taste that great. It probably wouldn't be very good for you. Maybe it would, I don't know. But yeah, don't do that. So the next thing is you can get, this isn't the Magic Bullet, this is like a little knockoff I got at Macy's. Bella Cucina. You can get like something like the Magic Bullet. And it's really great because, see, it's kind of contained. I'll show you the blade really fast. Here's the blade. It's kind of like, this one actually came with 2 different blades. I need to clean this sucker. It came with, the reason why I got this instead of the Magic Bullet was because this came with more accessories. It came with a bunch of these. I think it came with like 6 and from different sizes and lids, and it came with 2 different blades. And you know what, this thing works really great, so I don't mind. I really like that. If you don't want to get a coffee grinder, get one of those. They're a little more expensive, but it really contains everything really well, and they're easy to clean. That's another reason I don't like the coffee grinder so much. It was a pain in the butt to clean, because you can't just run it under the dishwasher or put it in the dishwasher or just under the water. You don't want to get water in the motor, so basically I was sitting there with a toothbrush and everything cleaning, and that's no fun. So I recommend getting that because it's easy to clean. One thing though about the coffee grinder and even the Magic Bullet is they're not meant to be run for long periods of time. And when you make a base, you want to actually, really blend it really well and grind it, and you usually want to do that for, a pretty long period of time. So you get it really nice and fine and fluffy and, blended. So the next thing I recommend is getting a little food processor. And you don't have to get all of these things like I do. Like I said, you can just start off with the coffee grinder, or just get like the Magic Bullet. But I completely recommend getting one of these. This one's actually brand new. I actually have 2 of these. I have a different model. It's like, I think it's maybe this Black & Decker, I'm not sure. These work really great for making bases, and you can run them for long periods of time. My other one that I use, I can turn it on and leave it on for 5 minutes. I probably leave it on longer than that. It doesn't seem to get hot. Doesn't seem to have a problem with that. So I run it for 5 minutes, turn it on, run it for another 5 minutes, turn, go back and stir it, run it for another 5 minutes. So I really love that, and you can make a lot of base. So one thing about the coffee grinder is you can't make a lot of base. I mean, you might make enough to make 2 foundations or whatnot. With these, you could probably make quite a bit. But like I said, you run it for maybe like a minute, and then you have to stop. You run it for a minute, you have to stop. But it's really kind of up to you.